This is the Daily Solution Podcast. Yeah, come on now.
Okie dokaroonie. Here we are again. So today's question is, do you offer any emails after someone floats at Float On?
Do we email people after they float?
I guess that was weird. I wasn't actually looking at the question. I just kind of knew
do
vaguely what they were
do we
implying.
offer them emails? Like,
Yeah,
would you like any
let
emails on your way
Let me
out?
go back to the actual question. So the question was, do you send any emails after your customers float?
Okay, all right.
Last time I tried to do that off script.
We do. We send an email after they float. We send one email after they float, potentially, right?
Right, potentially, yeah. And that email gets sent 90 days after they float.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Uh-huh.
And it's if they float again within that 90 days, it doesn't get sent out. So it gets sent out 90 days after someone's last float, which may never come. You know, if they're just the best customer in the world, then they may never get that email.
Yeah. And that's all we do email-wise in terms of like something automated with that's tied to floating.
And we might also start doing something maybe a few days afterwards for a little feedback email, just to kind of, it might even be just like a smiley face and a frowny face, and they click on whether it was good or bad just to get a little feedback from our customers a little more regularly. And I'm not sure if that desire has come up now that I, as an owner, am out of the shop a little bit more, but something to actually be kind of gauging the temperature of how floats are going much more closely to when they actually happen, the 90 days afterwards, like our current email. It's been sort of a desire that I have.
Mm-hmm. What are other emails you've heard of people sending out?
So I guess, first of all, the email that we send out, let me just pull it up here, is a little bit different, I think, than some people. So I think one of the most common things that people do when they're sending out an auto email responder is that they'll offer someone a discount if they haven't been in a set amount of time, or they'll do a little follow-up and do some more education into floating. And I'd say they kind of take one of those two paths, is someone hasn't been in a little bit, so let's follow up and either, offer them some money off so they're more likely to come back, or tell them some cool things about floating or send them some news stories so they remember how awesome it is so they want to come back. And that's kind of the two most common paths. And with ours, we went kind of a different route, and rather than, and if you know the kind of float-on marketing mentality, then you know that we're not really keen on discounts. So we were very unlikely to go down that route. So we actually just send a feedback email. We just do it 90 days later. And our hope is that by sending this feedback email, it does two things. It actually gets feedback from some people who might not have given it, so we can collect more information about how we should improve. And in the process, maybe they'll realize that they didn't actually have any feedback to give us, and their float was awesome. And thinking about that might make them want to come back in. So that's kind of the philosophy behind it. And I just got it pulled up here too. So the subject was everything okay with your last float? And it just says, hi, name, which is replaced by their name. It's been a few months since your last float, and I wanted to reach out to make sure that you had a good experience when you came in. If there's anything we can do better, please do point it out to us. You can send an email along to feedback@floathq.com with any criticism or praise if it's appropriate from your float. We're always trying to improve, and it feels like our center has new changes and upgrades every day, in large part because of the great feedback we get from our customers. Hopefully I'll see you in the shop soon, and in the meantime, float on.
It's a nice email.
Yeah, not too bad, huh? Just kind of makes me want to sit here and enjoy it.
Nobody ever sees, right? Like that's
Exactly. If we do our jobs right, then only people on vacation see those. Yeah. And so that's all that we do for our emails. And again, I think that the other ones follow kind of that route of whatever you're doing, you're trying to reel them back in. And in my mind, it's just this balance between, of course, you want to send out emails and get people back into the shop, and you really don't want to annoy them, so you don't want to send too many emails.
Yeah, and it's definitely important to think about someone's full process going through, because it's pretty easy to slip into getting real email heavy, right? Because let's say they make an appointment and you have like a confirmation email that gets sent to them, like that's an email. And then a lot of places have reminder emails, maybe 24 or 48 hours beforehand. If once they buy something, they'll get an email receipt emailed to them. And then, if you have another email right after their float asking how it was, and then an email 3 months later, like all of a sudden someone coming into float with you one time gets like 6 emails from you as a result of it. And that's never the goal. Like you're taking everybody's email, and you don't want to kind of break that trust with them and end up kind of being spammy with the powers that you have.
Yeah, so at least for us, that's kind of why we cited on only having one of these things, and it only goes out well after their float, so 90 days. So although they kind of get front-loaded with these emails about their appointment, they won't hear from us again until 3 months later, which feels like a very generous amount of time.
Yeah, we also do not put people on our mailing list if they come float with us. So we do have a separate mailing list that people can sign up for, but we're not just then sending anybody who floats with us a bunch of emails afterwards, kind of regardless. So we try to be kind of considerate with people's emails because we know we're asking everybody to give us an email, and for most part, it's really useful for us, like being able to send them a reminder, being able to send them a receipt, being able to contact them if they left something behind in our float center. Like those are the reasons we need their email, and we want to again kind of maintain that trust so that we're not bothering people or making them regret giving us their emails. All right, well, yeah, I think that about wraps it up. If you guys have any questions of your own, always feel free to go to floatanksolutions.com/podcast and send them in. We'll talk to you tomorrow.